If you're thinking about moving to Antelope, California, you may be wondering, is Antelope actually a good place to live? The short answer is yes, it can be. But like any community, there are some pros and cons you should know about before deciding it's the right fit for you. Hi, I'm Faith Allman, broker owner of Real Estate with Faith, and today we're talking about Antelope, California, what I like about it, what you should know about it, and some things to consider before you buy a home here. Let's start with location. One of the things I like about Antelope is the location. Antelope sits between Sacramento and Roseville. You're 18 miles from downtown Sacramento and only 5 miles southwest of Roseville. So you're not right in the middle of the city, but you're also not too far away from everything. If you want more of a suburban neighborhood feel while still having access to Sacramento, Roseville, shopping, restaurants, employment centers, and entertainment, Antelope gives you a nice balance. What about home prices? Now let's talk about something I know is important when you're deciding where you want to live, housing price. Recently, Antelope's medium home sales price has been around the 500,000 mark. Of course, that doesn't mean every home costs 500,000. You'll find different price points depending on the neighborhood, the size of the home, its condition, upgrades, and even the size of the lot. That's why I always tell buyers, don't just look at the average price online. Let's look at what your budget actually has and can buy in Antelope. You might be surprised of the parks and outdoor space. Another thing Antelope has going for itself, like I said, is the park, the recreation areas. There are neighborhood parks throughout the community. Alongside Antelope Community Park, which allows plenty of space for outdoor activities and recreation. If having parks, walking area, and outdoor space nearby is important to you, that is definitely something worth exploring when you're looking at the difference in the Antelope neighborhoods. What about the schools? I get that question asked a lot. What about the schools? Well, here's what I always tell my clients. There are several schools serving the Antelope area, but school assignments can vary depending on the exact address of the home. So rather than me telling you what is a good or bad school, I always recommend that buyers do their own research based on what's important to them and verify which school serves that particular property you're considering. Antelope has a suburban feel. Something else you should understand about Antelope is that it is definitely more of a residential suburban community. For some people, that's exactly what they're looking for. You have established neighborhoods, parks, homes with yards, and you're also have activities you've experienced closer to downtown, you'll have to take that 18-minute drive. But let's talk about the other thing. If you're looking for walkable downtown area, nightlife, restaurants, outdoors, activities, and the urban lifestyle, Antelope isn't going to give you that here. You might find yourself heading to Roseville or Sacramento for certain restaurants, entertainment, and large shopping destinations. And then there's the commute. This is something you definitely want to consider. Depending on where you work, what time you commute, traffic can make a difference. So if you're considering buying here, don't just drive here in the neighborhood on a Saturday afternoon. I recommend driving your potential commute time during your hours to make sure what time you get to and from work. That would give you a much better idea of what your living here would look like. And here's something else I want you to know. Not every part of Antelope is exactly the same. There are different neighborhoods, different styles and ages of homes, different lot sizes, different things surrounding each area. So don't look at one house or one neighborhood and decide that's all of Antelope. Let's look at all. Explore the community. That's one of the reasons working with someone who really knows the area can be valuable. So, is Antelope a good place to live? I think Antelope can be a great option for someone who wants the suburban lifestyle, wants to stay relatively close to Sacramento and Roseville, and is looking for home ownership opportunities around the 500,000 price point. But whether it's the right community for you depends on your lifestyle, your commute, your budget, what you want in your everyday life, and what it looks like. And that's really how you should choose where you live. Not because someone online tells you it's the best neighborhood, but because it fits your lifestyle. If you're thinking about moving Antelope, or you're trying to decide whether Antelope, Roseville, Citrus Heights, Natomas, or another Sacramento area community, reach out to me. I'm Faith Allman, broker owner of Real Estate with Faith, and I am happy to help you explore your options and find the community that fits right for you. And if you find this helpful, subscribe to my channel because I'm going to take you into different Sacramento area communities talking about home prices, neighborhoods, market conditions, and what you should know before you move. Remember, every day above earth is a great day. Go out and make it your best. Bye.